This is SevereMMA. We're at ACB 47 Braveheart. We're alongside Storm and Norman Parke. You put on quite a display against an incredibly tough and probably underappreciated Andrew Fisher. Talk us through the fight from your perspective first.
Well, coming into the fight, I thought that I could, I thought I'd be the stronger fighter in there. I thought I could bully him. I actually thought I was better than him everywhere, but once we were in the fight, I kind of got taken back a wee bit. He was landing some nice shots. He actually stumbled me in the first round. So I had to kind of change it and mix up. I wanted to keep the fight standing on the feet, but he caught me with that. I wanted to try and stay safe. I had to grind him for a little bit and use my strength, but he didn't lie there. He kept moving his hips. He kept getting on his side, looking to get back to his feet. And he was defending very well, better than I thought he would have defended. So. But at the end of the day, he's been in there with some strong wrestlers. He's been to Bellator in the big show. He's never been stopped in the big show. So it was a tough test, but I got the job done. Not the way I wanted, but I'll take that there. Coming off the UFC, there was a lot of pressure. How would I perform? At the UFC, there was a lot of nerves and stuff like that. I wasn't nervous coming into the fight, to be honest. But during the fight, I was like, I kind of got taken back. I underestimated him a bit. So.
Did you find you had did you have to adopt a different mindset having been to the UFC and not fighting on that kind of show? Was that a hard transition to make, or?
No, I actually felt fine, to be honest. Once I heard that people were saying, how's he going to deal with, my coach asked me how do you feel coming in. I says I feel perfectly fine. My training's been good. I feel great. So I just felt confident because I knew when I was going against Andrew, I thought I'd just be able to bully him. But I understood as the fight went on, I thought, okay, it's not all going to be the way, it's not all going to be plain sailing. This is tough here. He had good cardio, like an old fucking dog, just kept coming, and his cardio was actually better than mine on the night of the fight, but I think my strength was kind of grinding on a little bit, getting a takedown sometimes. That kind of sealed the fight for me, but you've got to take your hat off the Andrew Fisher. I'm interested to see who fights next.
I have to. We look at the eye. He obviously landed a couple of shots. It started to swell pretty quickly. Was there any fear, when you're in there, were you worried about it? Was it?
It was the third round. At the end of the second round, I was back to my corner. I feel like some blood trickling down my eye, and the sun cut man was messing about my eyes. Like I'm alright, but he says it's swollen up pretty bad. So he was trying to get the swelling down. I was like, fuck, I'm fighting in 4 weeks' time. So. And then I felt like as the third round went on, it caught me again in the right eye, and I just, I felt it. You could see it, when you look down, you can see the bubbles. So it was, I was thinking during the third round, I was actually thinking, I'm fighting in 4 weeks' time. This is during this fight here with Andrew Fisher. I'm fighting 4 weeks. Is my eye going to be all right for the fight? So there was a lot. There was pressure. Not before the fight, but once the fight happened, I think it came down to me underestimating Andrew. I thought I could bully him and just throw him all over the place, but his takedown defense was sneaky, and once he got down, he was popping back up again. I never had good time to solidify a good solid position on the ground so I could work my game ground and pound, and ACB before the rules meeting, they said you're not allowed elbows. No elbows at all, and I was like, why? We're in the UK, all elbows are allowed. So once I heard that, I was like, fuck, because that's a big part of my game. Getting into side control or half guard and boom, peppering them elbows. I like to use them to break people, but when we heard that, I was like, shit, I had to try and adapt that way, but
well, they're instituting a rule change. You've heard that, right?
I heard
I think the next card in Moscow, it's going to be elbows to the ground and up.
Yeah.
Would you come back to ACB? Is this
100%? I would fight again. I know I've never been to Russia before, anywhere like that there, but me, I never back down from a fight. But if it's the right fight, if it's the right fight, and I think, okay, this is a good one here, because ACB, I noticed that every fight they put on has been really exciting, and they've been evenly matched up. Every fight very, very competitive. There's no this guy's fighting this guy. Everyone's very, very evenly matched up, and you can see it in the fights. And so I would definitely be entertained in going to Russia.
But before Russia, you said you have a fight in 4 weeks' time. That's Decky the Diamond Dalton. You know, it's not often that I've got to speak with you. Normally, I've met you a few times, and not often I've got to sit and chat with you. But the one thing I notice is when I say that name, I get a little bit nervous sitting next to you. What fires up so much emotion? Like, what's happened there? Why is this fight so important to you?
I think it was on Facebook, you know, where everything pops up in your newsfeed. So I just clicked on the Facebook one day and I saw the status from, I think it was War TV, I don't know, War TV or something like Severe or something. Becky Dalton retires again. He would only come back and fight Tom Dubois, Norman Parke and all this here, you know, but it's not the first time he's mentioned my name. It was like throughout my whole time when I fought in the UFC, he would send some tweets, you're lucky that you never fought me or I would KO'd you. And I understand we were meant to fight before, a way back, just before I started my pro career, we were meant to fight an amateur fight, a semi-professional fight. He pulled out injured, so he always had this thing that, you know, he says your boxing shit, your judo shit, you're boring, you know, and I was like, man, when you're fighting tough fighters, who I fought, you know, my last whole fucking list of fighters have been top-ranked fighters, you know, they're not bums or anything like that, so it's always easy to look good against someone who's not really that great, so if you're thinking that more, then okay, so he just slid at my game, and then I was released from the UFC, I got a bit emotional, you know, I was pissed off, and it says, okay, he says, accept the fight with me, like I see here, and I went laugh out loud. So all his friends come on Facebook, accept the fight, you're scared, think he's going to knock you out. Yeah, no, he's going to knock you out. Yeah. So, and then it's just, fuck this, you know. The guy from Cage Legacy, you know, he rang me up, says, we're having our first show here, would you like to fight on it against Nicky Dalton? I says, let's go straight away. You know, if the money's right and the deal's right, I'll fight, no problem. I says, why would you want to fight him? Because not only is it an easy fight for me that I feel very comfortable with, you know, I want to crush him. I will crush him as a human being. I will completely take his soul and break him. He doesn't understand. He can sit and watch fights and think, oh, look the way he's doing against this guy. Step in against me and see how it feels. You know, he's nowhere on the level of the people who I'm fighting. Nowhere near to it. And plus, he quit his last fight, man, against a middleweight. So there's no trouble. I don't see a trouble against this lad at all. I'm just going to go in there. I know you're allowed elbows in Ireland, so I'm going to elbow his head clean through the Cage Legacy canvas, and that's 100% fact.
Which event is that, and what's the date?
Cage Legacy is on the 28th of October, end of this month, so he better be prepared. He better not be sitting down there working all this silly Thai fucking boxing. He better be working on his takedown defense, his grappling game, and everything else. He slid at my game enough, so we'll see how his game holds up on the night. But I'm not even going to try and finish it quick. I want to try and hurt him for the 2-3 rounds and then just make him quit in front of his own people. I don't like the lad, you know.
I've got to say,
the first time I've ever got really hate towards a lad. Just don't like him. He looks like a little mongrel also, so I don't like him.
If it's fair, has it made sort of the process of going back into camp, you know, straight after? Is it making it easier?
Oh, I'll be back training on Tuesday. It's only like a little bruise today, man. That's easy. We can grapple. We'll do grapple and do all the other things. That'll be healed up within 1 week or whatever, and we'll just get straight back to doing it. You know, I'll stay nice and light, which is easy enough for me. I always make weight. Not like him. He always misses weight and comes in like a little fat sword. So I'm going to toss him all about the cage and make fun of him in there in front of his own people. I'll make fun of him. I respect him that he's a fighter, but as you know, personally, as a human, I don't respect him at all. So it's the only person I really get any hate towards. And again, I want to crush. I want to, just like a can, just crush him like a can, and then they can say crush the can. So.
Norman, it's always a pleasure catching. I can see you getting sort of built up. Thank you so much for your time and a hell of a performance tonight. Again, I can say because Andrew Fisher flies under the radar in this country, let alone anywhere else. You beat a tough, durable, intelligent, and wily vet today.
Yeah, but I take my hat off to him. I learned a lot from that fight also. So if I can get a good finish to him in the end, maybe I can actually let my game go properly. So we'll see in the next one. But respect to Andrew, he's a good lad, and I wish him the best in his next contest.
The UFC's loss is the UK and Europe's gain because we get to watch you perform. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.